Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. In this video, I want us to have a look at a clip of Bonny Khalwale literally being chased away from a ceremony in Kakamega County. Before we do that, let me remind all our fans here that today is our last fundraising day, a fundraising that is intended to help us here buy a good camera that will enable us bring you good quality videos. Our target is 100,000. So far we have raised 65,000 Kenya shillings. We are only left with about 35,000 Kenya shillings. Those interested in supporting us in achieving this cause, channel all your contributions to that number below. That's my M-Pesa number, Dennis Odingo. Let's now jump to our analysis. Yes. Let's now have a look at this clip of Bonny Khalwale, a clip that has been going viral for the better part of today. Yes, that's Kakamega County. And across the country, Kenyans are complaining. In our next video, we are also going to have a look at a similar situation in the Kalenjin Rift Valley. In this video, I want us to talk about the Bonny Khalwale clip. What does that mean, ladies and gentlemen? The first thing coming out very clearly, and for those who have been following me here, these are things I keep on repeating. As time goes by, the situation in the country is only but going to worsen. So those still saying that give the government time, give William Ruto time, those are people who are politically ignorant. They are naive about politics. You can gauge a government's performance based on only the first 100 days in office. The first 100 days in office, those are days enough to give you a picture on how that government will rule. William Ruto's first 100 days in office, what he did was to do away with Kazi Mtani, an economic activity that was giving the poor in the society, the youths, the jobless, some money. Ruto did away with that economic activity. Ruto removed fuel and food subsidies. All those were done in the first 100 days in office. And we also saw William Ruto adding more positions, creating additional positions to accommodate his friends and very close political allies. Those who are done within the 100 days in office. Those who are enough to give Kenyans a glimpse of what to expect. And we saw some corrupt individuals being actually given top government positions, the CSS. Some actually, the courts had to be intimidated to drop corruption cases against those individuals for them to serve in the government. Corruption cases were dropped. Kenyans are always not very keen. So don't expect things to improve. And I've always maintained that as Ruto and his team settles in government, they are going to be more emboldened in their impunity. In fact, I'm seeing a high possibility where, besides Kenyans being oppressed economically by William Ruto and his team, additional taxes, William Ruto is also going to deny Kenyans the democratic spaces they have been enjoying all along. Those are things Kenyans should and must expect. So yes, just give him time, but the situation is only going to worsen. And to Bonny Khalwale and leaders supporting William Ruto, I've always maintained here again that as time goes by, any leader aligning himself or herself to William Ruto and the Kenya Kwanza team will find the ground very hostile. A smart leader cannot make a political suicide of aligning himself or herself with a failing government. Any leader aligning himself with this government, that's a leader who, in my honest opinion, is either naive or that leader has already looked at the possibilities of a re-election in the future, and that leader is not seeing chances of winning the next election. So he or she does not care what the ground is saying. A smart leader cannot align himself or herself with a regime such as Kenya Kwanza. And they are going to find it very hard on the ground. That kind of a rejection is going to be countrywide, even in areas that are not expected to go that route, will most definitely go that route. And even in the Kalenjin Rift Valley and the mountain, we are going to see the ground rebelling against this leader supporting this government. Yes, because of our bad ethnic politics, in some instances, you'll find the ground rebelling against the leader supporting Ruto, but still they opt to support William Ruto, or they will still opt to support William Ruto. But for the leaders who are supporting him, they will face the ground very hostile. And when I talk about that, I'm looking at the Kalenjin Rift Valley. The ground will punish leaders supporting William Ruto in the Kalenjin Rift Valley. But still some might still support William Ruto. I'm seeing that kind of irony. I don't know how I can explain that. The ground rejecting leaders supporting you, but they give you maybe their votes. Yes, a confirmation that Kenyans are actually enslaved. They know you are not a good leader, but because of ethnic considerations, they rather punish those supporting you or helping you, but they still vote for you. I'm seeing something like that happening in the Kalenjin Rift Valley. For the mountain will reject their leaders and most definitely reject William Ruto in totality if the situation continues. From that clip again, I won't be wrong to conclude that now Kenyans are tired with all this propaganda. Every now and then is just propaganda. We are going to do this, we have done this, we are planning this. Kenyans are tired of all those. What Kenyans are now interested in, Kenyans want to see a working government. Ruto's government is clearly not working. That's a fact, ladies and gentlemen. Let me stop it there. Those sending their contributions, today is our last day. Leo tunamaliza hii maneno. Channel your contributions to that number down there. That's my M-Pesa number. 0722 735 065. Dennis Odingo. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.